My name is Adina Mangubat, and I'm the CEO of SpiralGenetics. In a nutshell, SpiralGenetics makes high-performance software for analyzing DNA for medical, pharmaceutical, and agricultural research. So, if I were to guess, you guys in this room are probably not one of our customers. Any genetic researchers doing medical, pharmaceutical, ag? No. The results, however, of all of this research actually significantly impacts your future. So let's talk about what the future actually looks like for a second. In the not very distant future, and I'm talking about a couple of years, 5, 10 max, every single human being that is born will have their genome sequenced and it will be part of your medical record. Drugs will be developed for specific genetic populations, making them safer and more effective than anything that we have currently available on the market today. Biofuels will actually be a reasonable replacement for fuels because they'll actually be affordable and efficient. And we'll actually be able to make enough food to feed the world because we can actually understand what is happening inside of the genetics of plants to understand what causes higher yield, resistance to fungus, resistance to drought. To get to all of this amazing future, though, we have to understand what's actually happening in the DNA. And so to understand that, there are two major parts to that process. DNA sequencing consists of a chemistry part and a computational part. The chemistry is really about essentially reading the DNA. And when you say reading it, it's just translating that biological tissue sample into actual digital data. But you don't actually understand what it all means. And so you actually have to perform a huge amount of computational analysis in order to understand which genes are the ones that are causing disease or differences in drug metabolism or resistance to fungus for a particular crop. The advancements in the chemistry, though, have been remarkable. When we started this company in 2009, it was $100,000 of just raw chemicals to sequence one human being. And it would take you 30 days to do it. Today, it's only $3,000, and you can do it in a day. This is what the graph actually looks like of the cost of DNA sequencing coming down, and you can see that Moore's law is drawn right there. And so you can see that there's this huge, big gap between the actual capacity to read the DNA and the capacity to actually analyze it. And there is a huge explosion of data. Every single whole human genome causes a data analysis that requires 200 gigabytes worth of data to be analyzed. So we have created a high-performance software package that actually performs this analysis. And it's called Spiral Cloud. We are able to analyze a whole human genome 40 times faster than anybody else on the market, and we're the only one that can actually analyze it at the rate that it's being generated. So, for example, if you look at our competitors, they usually take 5 days to analyze a whole human genome, and we can do it in 3 hours. Which is really significant if you can actually generate the data in 24. We also have the ability to do unlimited volume because we are back-ended on Amazon. So if we need more computing power, we just spin it up. It's easy to use, which, this interface may not look like much to you, but compared to what people are used to, which is a command line interface, this is a huge improvement. So you can actually have grad students do this. Seriously. And then, in terms of overhead, you don't actually have to have a gigantic cluster, and you don't have to worry about data backup. It's also really cost-effective. You can pay as you go, or you can get a subscription. So I would say that this is just one example of how you can apply your amazing talents that you are getting here at the University of Washington. You're learning about how to do amazing things with distributed computing, and you can apply them outside of your field to things that really matter and have impact. So I hope that you take this as an example of one place where you could do that, and look for other areas where you might actually apply it. Thank you.